All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. How we doing, everyone? Doing some Ace Attorney. I am very excited. Oh, I don't have my spotlight on. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. You can see my face, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's loud. Is that too loud? I'm just gonna turn it down on my end, but not on your end. Let me know if that's too loud. Hey, BKZ, how you doing? All right. Oh yeah, that's right. We're on the last case. They said Edgeworth is a guy that exists. I hope Edgeworth and Von Karma interact. That's the dynamic I want to see. I feel like I want to see who would win in a fight of wits and fists, but I don't think we'll get that last one. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Are we getting Lightning McQueen racing? No. Will be our hero of heroes. Oh. We last year's runner-up, Jam and Ninja. The Captain Saipin, away from the tropical island. I can't read this. Starry School racing to win. And the global hero on Yuko Pond, who doesn't want to go home without a prize. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me. Oh, this guy. I thought he got canceled. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Oh, okay. Oh, this guy's different. Who did you again this year? Gatewater Hotel. Ooh, Gatewater Hotel. All right, yes. Did you hear that, Nick? Hear that? The Nickel Samurai. He did it. Yeah, he sure did. Ah, I'm getting too old for this. Yo! Oh, it's him! I'm proud of this guy for doing the series justice. So the person everyone was cheering for... Why is she still here? I guess he got the prize? Yes. Oh. Steel Samurai theme goes hard. You're right, it's a good theme. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai? No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kid Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on, the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? the Nick Samurai. So he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right. But I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Aw, give it a rest, Pearly. Looks like I made the right choice inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time. Ah, it's like a dream. Too bad for... he's got the same sprite. Last year he lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year. Yeah. Oh hey, did anyone else think that the Jam and Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar. Oh, you're right. Strange to walk around without his signature guitar. I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. Oh, it was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks. Hey, Mr. Nick, come on, it's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon. And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that. Press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something? Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Nick, come on. You don't want to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Food. Can I say, this is a really high-class hotel. I've never eaten this kind of salad before. Poor Pearls, have eaten only vegetables all her life. She's been missing out. Don't worry, any leftovers belong in my happily awaiting stomach anyway. Such a glutton, Maya. Oh, I lose this one to Maya. You sure can eat. Well, a growing girl needs her nutrients. Growing girl? Exactly how big do you plan on getting? Sure is one luxurious hotel. This is the point of Gotti with... Is this the same hotel that, like, the murder didn't take, but that April May was in when she saw the murder? Or I guess she didn't see it. I guess she was lying, but you know what I mean. Okay, so didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's all connected. That chandelier is really something, isn't it? I thought it was kind of a spaceship. Hey, Nick, how about we get one of these for the office? One of those hanging from our poor, weak ceiling? I don't think so. The award ceremony was just held on that stage. It was really fabulous. It just reminded me of the circus for a second. Well, shows like that are guaranteed to be good, you know? We get everything now. There's a grand set of doors over there. And behind those doors is an equally grand lobby. Shall we go and take a look, Mr. Nick? Hey, wait up. This grand dessert is calling to me. It's saying, eat me now. Thank you very much for inviting us today. Oh, it was nothing really. Guys like us don't come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all. Hey, Mr. Powers, where have you been actually lately? Oh, I'm tired already. What the hell? It's been 10 minutes. Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kid's exercise show while wearing a rabbit mask over my face. Oh, I see. I'm still really sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright. Ah, well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai. It was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scary, or people know you're a real softie who's good with kids. Thanks. Can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the Evil Magistrate, in the city of near Old Tokyo. And last year, they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids, too. Really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this new one. Yeah, it's too bad. It'd been awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt Engarde. Matt Engarde? He's super popular right now. Mr. Engarde? Looks like Pearl doesn't know who he is. This year it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? Who's that again? So who is this Jammin' Ninja again? He's a hero, duh. His symbol's the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work? I like that. With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star? Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star. There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time. You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja. The Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Engarde, the actor. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling, happy place. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Wow. What is with this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. I guess I'm not actually allowed to. The flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers at home would be hard, I think. Strong card from the Global Studio staff. Ah, it'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too, something like, to Mr. Wright, from all your grateful clients. There are toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. I hope the bellboy doesn't show up. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says, Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida. He sounds just like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. I could understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, it can't be. This is not the start. This is nothing like the start of case 4. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Mat on Guard's room. Mat on Guard. I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, literally 30 seconds ago. Okay. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about this. Really? That's what I was supposed to do? He's going to show off a special move today. Nickel Samurai Smelting. Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference. You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it is, what it's about, Mr. Powers? Oh, well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Bah. Sorry. So I guess you all are coming to the press conference then? Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in. Oh, he's gonna be like, I murdered somebody. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large, gaudy lobby to match. I think they're going to have the post-ceremony show over there. There's a compact stage, I see. Ooh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. You go, Maya. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. What? Why? Ow, you'd have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We're asking for everyone's cooperation at this time, so please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police. Police? Did they just say the police? Do you want me to go check out what's going on? Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move. That voice. Better be Gumshoe. Oh. Youth these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. No way. No. No, it's her. Oh my god, they brought her back. And it makes sense because it's a studio, I guess. This non-stop chatter. It can't be. Miss Oldbag? What is it? You whippersnappers, do I know you? Wait, you're Powers, aren't you? Yeah, but what happened back then? You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right, you're cancelled. Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job. I love that show, and you're a hoot. You're that Big Brother character, right? It's even with your face covered by mask. I know, you're that giant rabbit. What a work of art. But that's how it is, you know? I mean, you didn't even would have asked. Who knows how many TV shows you'd bring? I can't. What are you doing here? Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security. You look more like a member of Among Us, but okay. Annoying, noisy brats, get the blaster. Soulbag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios? Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip. What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, you youngin'. Don't you remember that incident a year ago? When this lady got on the witness stand and testified? Yeah. And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me, this fragile girl at heart? I plead the fifth. But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault. I thought about being a bodyguard at first, but after being handed old Pinky. You, a bodyguard? For your friend, that fiery good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles. Mr. Edgeworth? But that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that? Rat-a-tat-tat. So did something happen? I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe. You seem a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that. Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard, at least for other people's sake? Silence, whippersnapper. Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No. What? How boring. You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one. Let's let Pearl go investigate by herself. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick. Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Yay. I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Shut up. Why are we bringing the baby? Excuse me. Oh, no, it's him. Oh, never mind. Are you by any chance Miss Maya Fey? Yeah, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. A call? I wonder if it's someone from Kurain Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay. Right this way, Miss Fey. This guy seems trustworthy. No, he doesn't. This is a little exciting and a little scary. Why are you here? I told you. I get people the info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. Oh, it's Gumshoe. What's your problem? Just you wait. It'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see. I'll get you back. I know who this is. Those two sound pretty serious. That southern accent can only mean... Hey, right. Hey, Lottie. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights. You. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell her that the only police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros. Murder? Ah, shoot. Me and my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is. A genuine murder. Hey, wait. Yeehaw murder of a big star, no less. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. Oh, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. A murder? No, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal. Mr. Nick? The dead person, the Nickel Samurai? Huh? Why do you ask? Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so... It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping up. Oh boy. The guy that died was this hero named the Jammin' Ninja. Oh shit. The big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy. How do you know what cotton candy is? Time? When Mystic Maya did that channeling all that time. So that's why she was there. Journalist. Looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened. Hanging around. Hiding in wait in front of the Jammin' Ninja's door. She wouldn't tell me, pal. It just said something about getting my big scoop. Victim was a Jammin' Ninja. He was on a really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai. One corrida. That's our guy. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna I already examined all this shit, so... I got Glossy photo Maya push up. What is this? Oh. I guess present. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Bye. Bye. Really? Wait, did we talk to her? Oh, we did. Okay. Get her opinions on Pickle? No, okay, maybe I do need to do that. I didn't examine anything here, did I? Yeah, let me do that. What was he going to confess? Oh, just guys. Hello, Luminary End. How are you doing? Is this case generally considered good or bad? I don't like it so far, but it's been 20 minutes, so I'm not gonna... I just think it's got a weird start. I mean, I do like that it's like callbacks to the last game, but this is deemed as the good case of AA2. Really? I thought everyone said that about the second case. I thought everyone said that about the second case, and that I was like weird for not liking the second case. I really don't like the second case. Sure, people generally like case 2. I didn't like it. I think I need to like kind of reevaluate it, you know? But oh, the bellboy out of. Am I stupid? Case 2 just was weird. I don't know. I didn't like Morgan as like a villain. Shut up, E. Don't say it. Don't say it. Luminaire ends, don't say it. I know what you're gonna do. Don't say it. That's the dialogue here is a little different. Say what? Never mind. Okay, never mind. Kiwi. Yeah, this is like different dialogue, but like still saying the same thing. Do I really need to re-examine all of this? I don't know. I want to talk to you more, but there's nothing I can say or do. Oh, wait. Good night. I was a big fan of his. Oh, I'm sorry then. I was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murder in Juan Cudi. What? There we go. That's gotta be our thing. And that's if you present him himself. I look good. I think I've lost some weight, pal. It's only wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, huh? In that case, I wishfully think I've lost some weight. I wishfully think he might face the facts one day. Lately, I've been on the instant noodles only diet, pal. Man, that bums me out. Aha, okay. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water. Mr. Nick, and Mr. Maya knew about this. Yeah, I know. She'd make me take this case. I know. Well, let's avoid Maya at all costs. Alright, so what's going on, Mr. Wright? Looks like Juan Corrida has been killed. What? Juan is looks like he was murdered and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Mad on Guard. You're joking, right? Nope, they arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja. Ugh, not again. I feel sick. He's like, ah, shit. His dude's pay is constantly getting cut. Yeah, poor guy. About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls. I still can't believe. No way. No way Matt would. What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. Got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. Transmit and receive signals over great distances. For me? But why? I don't know. All I said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Right after you guys left. Old man who's a bellboy at this hotel showed up. Kinda like... Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but kept adding fuel to his fire with his rivalry with Juan anyway. Mr. Juan, he's a Jammin' Ninja, right? GameStop making jokes of poor people challenge. Impossible. Those two will butt heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the one who almost always came out on top. But some people only know how to relate to others by butting heads like a ram. Juan said he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show. That was the Jammin' Ninja. The stylish Nickel Samurai and the birded Jammin' Ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. In the final tally, look around, it's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. The Grand Prix of life. Mr. On Guard was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. If you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference. Yeah, he was supposed to wear this costume and give the press conference that way. Okay, go ahead, child. Oh. What is it, Mr. Nick? I'm not sure. Yes, hello? Right here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Help, Nick! Mr. Maya. Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of this girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now. Don't fall apart on me yet. No, this can't be. Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom? Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. Oh shit. That... Oh my god, the music. What the fuck? That went 0 to like 120. See, but it has the Vine boom sound effect instead. Maya's been kidnapped. You there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. Adachi. Thank you. Complete acquittal? What in the world what in the world have you done to need? I am not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. One creator was killed and the suspect is mad on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal for mad on guard. Mad on guard, but what? He did not kill anyone, I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree and do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there's one thing you could take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me in my possession. Help! Nick! Maya! You have 2 days. Of course, tonight he will be in questioning with the police. But the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? You expect me to get a not guilty trial? Guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe. I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down. Oh, yes, that's right. Now that I'm playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say. And don't even think about calling the cops. Huh. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it. Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... The Killer? That sounds like a Dono Deluxe emote. Dono the Killer. The Killer. She's been kidnapped. Take off Mystic Maya. It is. Mystic Maya, wow. Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya. What about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe. Yes, that's it. Wait here and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Ransom? Shh, not so loud. Ransom is complete acquittal for Mad on Guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal. In exchange for Maya, you mean? This means Mad on Guard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. But the guy said that Mr. On Guard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. If On Guard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there is all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence and it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnappers say something about On Guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright. You've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Date. Question mark, question mark. Ow, my head. She's an old wine cellar. Uh-oh. Nick? Pearly. Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. Click. Oh, it's this guy. He really is me? I am known as the Killer. Let's give him an accent. Killer? You mean like an assassin? Don't worry. You are not my target. For now, anyway. Ah! Nick, where are you? Help me. Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? Nick's going to save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick, what's going to happen to me? Nick, Pearly, sis. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have the other things we can do, such as... Good morning. How the hell did Pearls get here? Wait, but Pearls fitting out his own start till 9 AM, so... Yeah, Pearls, it is all your fault. Oh, Gumshoe. Semi-strong god, aren't you? Yeah, I mean, there's a choice. What if he is the real murderer? To get a not guilty for murder, say Mystic Maya, Pearls. Let's talk to Strong God first. Got the bad things we want, but it doesn't change a thing. Sorry, I can't stop thinking about it. Really worried about Maya, aren't you? Don't have anyone else left in this world. Family's all gone. Father, he left my mother in the village behind and went away. And my mother, she did that thing. Mystic Maya, she's like a sister to me. She's all I have left in this world. That sucks. Couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one nickel samurai charged with the murder of a Pajama Ninja. Good morning. How are you today? The situation might be a little tough for you. Where? Oh, sorry, dude. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. Oh, no. We're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Fire extinguishers? I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No. We're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Phoenix Wright. Lawyer? Yo, he's got a freaking a Ben 10 thing. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he? I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time, huh? You're a lawyer dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it? Mr. Nick, this is our chance. Make him let me take his case. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my autobiography's coming out soon, so... Like his theme? Yeah, this is good. If I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna, ask my publisher, okay? Strong God is so lucky. He has so many people he can talk to. I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. I'd like to ask you about the murderer. Uh-oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking on behalf of a tabloid. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? Is he alright, Mr. Nick? I'm gonna correct brain here. I wouldn't put any money on it. Sorry about that. The studio president said, even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows that I'm not the murderer. Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji? It's a mountain in the city of near Old Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. I present. Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy anything and everything. Okay. Presenting people. Man, it's too bad he's dead. You killed him. That's the most logical conclusion, don't you agree? Dude, what are you talking about? You're making a huge mistake. If that's such a mistake, then why did they issue an arrest warrant for you? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the guy in charge of this place, okay? Stars sure know a lot of people, don't they? That phone even really gets reception in here. I guess you're right about the warrant after all. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might be making some progress here. Yeah, this song is good. Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. Yeah. I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. So Nick, what are you going to do with that? I don't know yet, but I can fairly show it to him. Is that a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real nice one too. Got as a present from someone. Interesting. Also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Me? Yes, while you're in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. He didn't know? It's odd. Well, dude, I think it's time for me to get going. Please wait. I really need to take your case. I think this is the first time in Ace Attorney where, like... Well, except for, like, the first case in the first game where Phoenix has been like, I want to take the case. Let me take your case. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. The fourth case... The last case in the first game, he did it too. But it's not as common. It's cool to see that. So the people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few. Please let Mr. Nick represent you. Then the killer's going to... Wait, what did you just say? The killer? The killer? Looks like he's mulling over something. Alright, dude, I accept your terms. I'll let you represent me in court. Yeah. I don't feel any better for it. And he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Epic. Think my lucky stars that people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? Yes. It's really great to be... No one's gonna console her. Good. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular. True enough. Nickel Samurai is popular among high schoolers and secretaries right now. Guess Mr. On Guard has a way of catching the eyes of women. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. Everybody loves a good scandal. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. Was it my Nickel Samurai? The one you just said you didn't know about? Shut up, dude. I have no idea about any press conference. Sarah's going to confess to something. Did I do that at that time? That's what I gathered from my manager anyway. Me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Victim. What sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. He wanted to try to make a Jammin' Ninja movie, even though we all know it'd fail. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know? Do you know why you were arrested? I guess maybe my full body search went badly. Find something on you? They found a button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. A button? I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants, or hakama? Ah! Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious. That's what really happened. This is about all I'm gonna get out of him. Yeah? Let's ask one last thing. It says Mr. On Guard see if he really is innocent or not. Oh yeah. Why don't we just start with that? To kill Mr. One Quarter. Kill anyone, and that includes one creator, okay? The trial's tomorrow, right? So we really only have one day of trial? No, they're not gonna do that for the final case. They haven't even said who the prosecutor is. You know that he didn't do it, which is very important. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is, and there's Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know, that's not entirely... All of you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why, do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies. It's always been that way, ever since I was in elementary school. Class hamster is fine. The Queen Reaper... Don't push me, boy. I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking so fast. Could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants. T-Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder, and only recently did I finally find a star that makes my heart go ba-dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? I watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my wand. I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word what that woman says anyway. What woman? Oh. Oh, the afro. I thought we were talking about a different woman. Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of modesty. When I was a young maiden, I was so beautiful, even the flowers blushed. Pearls, are you thirsty? I'm a little. Okay, I'll take you to go get some juice or something. Thank you very much. Alright, are you paying attention, youngins, today? I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. The show, of course. Well, in the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. But, talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. Speak to your elders should always be polite. Really, kids today. Oh, man. Oh, boy. The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then what murder isn't? Sure as I can bring this lady a present. Bruh. Okay, well, I don't have anything, so... Bye. Doing investigating on our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try. Yeah, it's not gonna be this. Old bag moment, yeah. Go to the hallway, I feel like that's gonna be more important. Hey, you're here. Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Hey, Mr. Cop fella, the thief showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera, C-A-M-E-R-A. It's my lifeblood, and I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, looky, here you are. Yup, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? So you lost a camera? It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new. Huh? But didn't you say you just bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that? What did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop. What if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder? Please let me know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Enguarde was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to School City, boy? Wherever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. Big scoop. I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Look, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. Although I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? No, 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 no! Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Been stopped, haven't we? Take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your eye rule smile. Thieving rascal. Okay. Nothing new here. Oh. Where are we? Mr. Matt Enguarde's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Hello? Mr. Enguarde's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. Also look for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How do you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he's your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. The trial's tomorrow. Mr. Enguarde's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I'm Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. Who are you? So the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Enguarde. This very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. Bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the awards show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. After the show ended, you came back to this room. No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. Samus Aran. Yeah, that's her. I like her hair. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corita. That's when he found his body, isn't it? He really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So about you and stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Enguarde and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did you have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, okay? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Enguarde's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, does the victim, Mr. Corita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't. Global Studios is a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly. You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya. Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? I want a juice. Okay, let's see what we can do. Articulate? So we got this. Trifling matters. Okay. I'm pretty sure her... What do you mean pretty sure her real name is Wendy Oldbag? What? Okay, give me some juice on there. Yes, I knew him. the world is such a small place after all. About his rivalry? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. I asked to become Mr. Enguarde's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with, his nice disposition. Mr. Enguarde does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Talking about myself. It's a trifling matter. That's what. Sorry. Really about Will Powers? Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man. A man with a good heart. If that's all he is, and ever will be. Urk. What a horrible thing to say. Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Bright. For a second, her face twisted in pain. There's something happened to Miss Angie. Yeah, this bitch has a backstory. Do you have any ideas as to why Mr. Corrida was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? Just doing my job. So you have any ideas? Bruh. Oh my god. We got layers. I mean, okay, let's save. Maybe we don't need evidence for this. We're just gonna go in. So, okay, like someone's gonna have it. Actually, what am I saying? We need to investigate this room. What is the question that we need answered? I highly doubt that. Okay, so we need proof that she's close with someone. Definitely don't have what you need for this. Okay, cool. Let's snoop around the room. Stuff over for dinner. T-bone steaks. T-bone steaks! You know, it's so funny. My friend Zach was just doing Case 3. And he was streaming it, so I was watching it. It's like, I'm all brushed up on, like, all the Case 3 shit. It's the bedroom over there. That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. Strong guard suitcase. For some reason, someone who's only going to be here. We've got 3 days worth of clothes in here. Oh, okay, well, what to do, what to do? What is her thing? Oh, why she was... Yeah, shit, I don't know. Oh, the other hotel room. Okay. Oh, this guy... There's a furry. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're Juan Corrida's room. The victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So what happened? The kidnap. Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Enguarde's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm gonna help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances. Right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Ah, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Aha! Wouldn't want you getting lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I've got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. It's because you're stupid. Do you know what the cause of death was? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. On Guard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. On Guard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Looks like the victim Juan Corrida really put up a big fight. Yeah, well, look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? A lady, Miss Oldbag. Anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around where the Vic... that's a little off. Something that's a little off, as in, that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Do not bully the child? No, I will. It's kind of my thing. Let me look at this. There's the... looks like tomato juice. Actually, we'll get this screen first. Bears. Position. Maybe the guy didn't really like bears. It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl. Fuck off, Mo. Why is he here? What's wrong, Mr. Nick? There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty. Speech bite. Yeah, it's him. Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam. So messy here. Okay, that is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. Kinda looks like Among Us. Little thing over there. It's Among Us. Guitar case. Yeah, and he didn't have his guitar with them. Only went on the top of the lid. A cosmetic just scattered over the floor. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft. Big beds must be a rarity for her. It's that eye dog. Okay. There's tomato juice. Ew. Seems weird. I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. This glass ceiling is still alright. Because it didn't get hit? Alright. We now have evidence. So could this be the big scoop that she was trying to get? I think we could go in with that. Let's go back to Lotta. Save. Let's see if we can get this. just to get it started, you know? Oh, it's easy. It's only 2. Let's see if we can do it. Oh. Juan, Corita, and this person. Oh, okay. No, I'm way off then. It's not the murder. Then if it's this person, then there's only 2 people that he has a relationship with, and it's Matt and her, because she mentioned that he went over with her. So let's... Shot in the dark. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Enguerrad's manager. Huh. Nickel Samurai's manager, caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Yeah, I totally just shot in the dark there. Gotta back up. Yeah, that's what's it. New sounds. New source. Shows that one guy had something with Miss Adrian. Well, that I don't have yet. So, we'll come back to it. So now... Okay. Can we slide here? No. Let me try something. This one's like 4 layers. Yeah, shit, we're not going to be able to. I need to get old bag started. That's the one. Wait, if I present him. No. It's like because he said I don't got the shit for it. Oh, there's more. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? It's Bowers. Have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show. Okay. Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love why in the old Tokyo. See, wait, a love what? A love why. This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, bro? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It has the same theme song, too. Did you give Lotta her camera? I didn't find Lotta's camera. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with the bright red guitar? And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly our brave hero catches a not-so-Jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. It's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, bro? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja, will he be able to sing? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. What show should I watch? Okay, very cool. Profiles? Much younger than me, but you can practically see his star potential. I don't have her camera, it's just... Go on, I know he didn't. It's just in the court record. It's not us having it. We didn't find it, look. She's gonna be like, damn, I missed the camera. Who did it? That thieving rascal. Yeah. You want a wine glass? She said we need a gift, right? Or did she not mean that literally? Let me see what the prompt for this one was again. It doesn't help me at all. In Juan's room? Alright, I guess we'll go look there. I didn't see anything there, though. Is that blood? Like, shit's messy. I get it. We didn't present enough to him yet. I want to present the other profiles. Debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know. Really? Started out small. First it was singing contests and swimming competitions. Then it was bowling tournaments. Then it was who could throw the best New Year's parties. One was always trying to one up Matt. Do you know her? Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Miss Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I'll be glad to share what I know. See, the lion just found his next meal. Aha, this was it. So you are interested. Figured you would be. Such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, let's take a look at this. Yep. Here we go. Mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. You see now, don't you? You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. And if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA. Let's get their biggest rival or client. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Aha! We are zooming on over. Let's see if this is enough. Yeah. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? Silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into the story. As to be expected with the world filled with crooks and liars. Stay on our good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? You need to get close to Mr. Kurita, as there was ever such a need. For this person's sake. Oh. Shit. For this person's sake. Oh, fuck. Okay. So now we know the person. Wait. Hang on. Break a lot of locks. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing. Once we break one of them, they're all gonna go down. I can tell. Third-rate tabloid article. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars. Hey, Miss AA. He didn't have a manager of his own. It's more his rival, Mr. On Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Miss Corrida's door last night. Yeah. Epic. You're looking into Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Credentials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? There ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do, so that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, I notes to myself. It's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story, didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell ya. What's with people nowadays, anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. Really want that note back, huh? Got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Cool. Doesn't do anything until we find the camera. Let's move out. Let's move back here. I don't know. Well, I thought they would all, like, you know, the evidence would just line up. Old bag about the camera? Why would I ask old bag about the camera? Yes, that did nothing. It's gotta be somewhere. Whenever just like they added it to like the fucking background. What is this song called? It's so good. They really saved all the good tunes for the end of the game. Hang on. She's an alien from outer space. Yeah, probably because she's wearing that strange helmet. Nah, even with the helmet off, I thought she was an alien, pal. I think that's probably best kept to yourself, if you know what I mean. I thought that might have. She's Mr. On God's manager, right? No matter what I do, I really stick at talking with people like her. As soon as I open my mouth, I get all flustered. See, she's one of those women with a brain. She so implies other women don't have brains. Gumshoe, what? Yeah, she does give that sort of impression, like she's got it all together. Compared to her, you can easily tell I'm a can't do it anything right kind of guy. That's just a generic investigation theme with this game. Really? I don't remember hearing it before this. Well, it's really good. Well, I don't know. Wait. No, okay. I thought maybe because it got updated. Ugh, I don't know. I didn't touch him, wasn't me, I tell you. Give me my word. Okay. The whole crime scene was a mess, but that class was the only thing that went untouched. You notice that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Ms. Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah. Thank you, BKZ. Normally I'd be like, ugh, spoilers, but like I would have ran around for another 20 minutes before I tried that. Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 100-meter dash. Oh, uh-oh. That's his oh shit alarm. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal. Yow. Aw, shit. Oh, did he fall? At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ugh, would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. Ah, I didn't think the detectives of this country could be pitiful. Ah, detective, come over here for a second. Yeah, oh my god, she's beating the shit out of him. He's dead. Huh. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright. You have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory will be mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Huh. Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing. She calls him Scruffy. Yes. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on me family's honor. Ow. What did she throw? What did she throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to my prison now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to Criminal Affairs Department, alright? If you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. I think... Did Von Karma just throw us the thing we needed? Wait. It's called an autograph. His name written on it, so it's his autograph. We're probably called cursive. This is Wendy. Oh, no, wait. She said she wanted a gift, so. I should have saved. It worked it. So that's Swan's autograph. Yes, it is. It says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? My name is Wendy Oldbacks. Now, Wendy has to be me. Well, it may say Wendy. Somehow I don't think Juan has this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. Can't you just, like, have it? Yes, yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Wait. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. All four of them. That's awesome. I was expecting a whole, like, elaborate thing. Oh my god. That's great. I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. Oh no. It was but 7 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business, and shell out to police. Of course, I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it. Maybe more. Gift certificate? You're recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow? This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Are you gonna wear a spacesuit to trial tomorrow? Yellow bellied chicken. You don't know? That guy framed my wand. Created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. What's a scandal? I'll tell you about that when we get home. Just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now. This woman talking about Adrian. Yep. He shoved the girl into Juan on purpose. One of Juan's biggest fans. Okay, this is cool. Oh, okay, neat. Hey, we're back. Oh no, it's him. No. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blonde green? Cause there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But... We can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal. But there's 2 big pieces. 2? Both of them are in this photo. It's the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found on your body search for strong card. Yep. And then the folds of Samurai's special pants. The second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. I'm not on guards. It's airtight testimony. It's that old security lady, Miss Oldback. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, and I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10 and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw on guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way. Why did I do that? What? Oh, well, 2 years ago. A woman committed suicide. I thought I hit that on accident, so I skipped it. Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Corrida's manager. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor. A woman who was both Miss Corrida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Does her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? She was the victim's manager, who was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since a suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Oh no. Oh no, no, no! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma, you can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you're fired. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll stop... Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Here he comes, here he comes. Who? That voice. Yes! It's been a long time, right? This person. It's Donald Deluxe. It's me. Front-facing Edgeworth. What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Fritz. Oh my god, they already know each other. You. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail behind your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed, to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this holy shit. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. It's him. He's just there. Finally. After all this time. I thought the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick. I never wanted to see you again. He's so fucking smug. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You gonna run to tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare isn't given in yet, it seems. So, no. I don't think I'll be me. I hope he's just in this scene. I hope he's just in this one scene and then he never shows up again. That would be awesome. Well, okay, no, I like Edgeworth. I want to see... Obviously, I want him to be there. But, like, I think it'd be really funny if he was just there. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy. Not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. What the fuck? Why is he like going all Sonic Heroes on me? The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why did you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say. Those who... Oh, shit. But then Edgeworth's gonna be... What if Edgeworth knows about the Maya thing and that we're only doing this for Maya? Because the whole theme of this case is like, okay, even if this guy was guilty, are we gonna defend him? We know he's not guilty because we have the magic rock. But if we didn't have the magic rock, would Phoenix still be defending him? I think if Edgeworth somehow finds out about all that, he's gonna call him out. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. He's doing the front-facing thing again. It looks like there is still a lot you have to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me? Huh. Well, that's enough for now. Dude, I love his theme. His theme is so good. The time will come when you see. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Bro, this is literally, he just walked in and kicked her ass. I love that. I don't even know, I don't know what to do. I just... Edgeworth, you want some tomato juice? I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright. Show him this. No. That's not useless evidence, that's the fucking crime scene. My badge? No. Believes, but we can only look into a few queue players with our limited resources. No reason to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you just tell it to me straight and say, I don't have any info? Okay, Adrian. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. There is an interesting rumor about this man. I mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. Okay. Huh. Well, the music faded out. That's how you know we had a good one. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. Wait, one riddle we've yet to solved? That's not proper grammar. One riddle we've yet to solved. Yeah, that's like a typo. Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. Huh. just thought it might be funny. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. A suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report, part 1 anyway. Okay. Oh, that's it. I thought we could like look into it more. Like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That is 2. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. Why don't you just give me both? Tempter's name. Wait. Where's the report of attempted suicide? Adrian Andrews. What did she do? She tried to kill herself? Seemed like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret. Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Talk about the exact opposite of what a... Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Okay. I think we have enough to talk to Adrian now. That's what we're gonna go do. But I'll be right back. Doing the Edgeworth voice really kills my throat, so I need to get something to drink. So I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Did I ask him about the suicide note? I believe I did. We will go back and do that. Oh, wrong controller. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna go to Adrian and see if we have enough to talk about. Also, I went all the way upstairs and poured water from our water cooler and probably woke up people in my house instead of just getting the water I have in my downstairs fridge. I feel like an idiot. Ooh, okay. Oh, is she not here? Oh, weird. Did I present it to him? I presented him the suicide report, yes. Yeah, I did. And he said it was a part 2 and that Adrian Andrews. Is there more? I love that beginning of the theme. It's so like triumphant and in your face. Yeah, we did, right? 2 parts. Yeah. Secret. Yeah, we read all this. I hate that sprite. We're gonna go back though, and then come back because I like the music. Kind of interesting. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And most of this evidence was deemed used. So I mean, there's profiles and shit, but I think we got all. I think we're done with Edgeworth. So why is Phoenix so mad at Edgeworth? Because he left? Okay, so Edgeworth left because he lost all those cases. And Phoenix is right, is like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh, what the fuck? It was at the top. That's why I didn't see it. It was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever, that's why. But why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? That's really dark, Pearl. After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And when she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impacts died, suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Okay, now we go. Or not, and I'm stupid. Nope, here we go. It's Franziska von Karma. Oh, now. What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. Oh. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really oh my god, what the fuck? She's tracking him. Now, Dean, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. I just knocked something over on my desk. Yes? Oh, alright. Okay. Let's save. I highly doubt that. Do we put in Juan or do we put in the tabloid? I forget. I think it's the tabloid, actually. Yeah. Relationship, and she's like, yeah, okay, yeah. And she's like, I don't give a shit. For this person's sake, and it's her old manager. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Yeah, instant break. It's like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. There is no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Suicide revolved because... No? Oh. Shit. Okay. The suicide note was hidden. Okay. Found. So the police were under suspicion that someone had hidden it. Sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. This was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. Nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. A person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. What? I've evidence that says otherwise. That Celeste Impact was... Man, I hate doing this. Like... Kinda mean. Organize it all together. Don't ask for anyone's help, relying on yourself. That's all just a lie, a facade. I was quoting Edgeworth now. I tried. I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Mrs. Impax's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close. Am I right? That's why the victim was killed. One with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead. She died. Do anything to find out why she killed herself. Got it. And we're in. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. Well, we just did. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. That someone was Juan Kurita. Celeste. Without her, a sad version of this is it? Oh my god, it is. Bruh. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Attempted suicide. I like for you to keep it a secret. If you find out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Okay. Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. Alright, I think we've got... Yeah. Back to the office. Okay, really, I'm fine. Okay, we will go to the office. So, what now? Well, we defined one thing for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. Are we gonna accuse her of murder? That's gonna suck. Oh. Hello? Wright & Co. offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick aquadol, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis, ask my sis. Maya, damn it, he cut me off. 6 Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Oh, I forgot about that. I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. Are you okay? She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. Glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. I'm starving. Really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Oh, Maya Fey, Ace Attorney, let's go. Dropped a card here. That looks like a business card. A spirit medium. I just realized it's Maya Monday, but Maya got kidnapped. This is the worst Maya Monday ever. I've only been half paying attention as I'm playing Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, hey, how you doing? Icy Icicle. How much have you been listening for? Click. There's a card like that around here I could use. Oh, the card that we literally picked up. Is she not like tied up or something? You've heard in and out since the beginning. Oh, okay. That's good. Well, I think we just finished investigation. You know, 2 hours in. Normally, I would end the stream here, but I don't want to. I want to keep going. And I will. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Mia, you must get a complete acquittal today. I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired? Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. Grr. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. What in the world would you want to give me? We'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest if you please. The kidnapper sent me a present? Just a lawyer dude? Like, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Where's the prosecution? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Engarde. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor, please be quiet. Bailiff, the court is now in session. You must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman? What? She shot? Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. You're... I thought he'd show up. Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Let's fucking go. Yo. Holy shit. Miss Von... She was shot in the shoulder. It's funny. At least she's getting surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Engarde. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. He's gonna be like, bruh. Why isn't he happy? Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. It's like you never left. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Okay, my theory is that, because obviously the last case of the game is not going to be one day, right? So like, okay, so Maya escaped. I think our guy is guilty in some capacity, right? Because all we asked him was that he didn't murder anyone, and The Rock told us that. So maybe he didn't stab, but like he still could have been involved. So I think we're gonna lose this case, right? And then Edgeworth is gonna like, I don't know that much, but you know, but I don't think the game is gonna end here, you know. Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight. Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. Contents hotel room. We believe he was definitely murdered, sir. Alright, we're just gonna have to press. She was shot in the shoulder. Go check the autopsy report. Oh, we don't have an autopsy report. She's a pretty lady, sir. Wonder if she will grace us. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. After visiting his room, she went next to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. That's when she found the victim's body. Looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered. Cause of death? Isn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest? Something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good look, hard look at the crime photo. Drawn here to this bandana. Banana? This bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. I see. It's banana-scented bandana. Then what about the knife? Victim's chest on purpose after the death. Okay, so if his fingerprints are on it, then the knife has nothing to do with it. Because it was empty, pal. Mystery. If I really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? But found at the TV studio. Choked to death with his bandana. Then after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Why then did the police arrest Matt On Guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Should police testify about this matter? Matt On Guard and Julian Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammer Ninja's button. It's ripped off the ninja's costume and found in Mr. On Guard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. What? Find the hole in your argument somehow. It's ironic, pal. Juan Corrida was always one step behind Mr. On Guard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. Grand Prix in the end. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he has no motive to kill at all. Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective? It's not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony. Not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. Man, this poor guy. It's to back your claim up that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's cop. Well, it's a giant-ass button. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously, and that thread snapped when the button was torn off. Match up the end of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button. It's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. That's Edgeworth for you, never misses a beat. Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. Police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? It's a long testimony. Normally or overhand? We didn't actually think of that. The bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony right? We're all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. Premeditated murder. It's full. It's not great for walking around with either. Okay, so let's look at those last two statements, or the button. Knife for the crime. Covered in the victim's blood. Why would it be in the blood, though, if he was choked? I think we're gonna struggle to find what statement, but yeah, the button should not be bloody, because like even if you look at the photo, like the wrong photo, like there's some blood by the button, yeah, but if he lost it in the fight and the knife was put in after, yeah, there's no way. I gotta be on the right track here. Wait a second. The basis of your argument is that this is a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Oh. Okay, so his argument is that it's like a hotel knife, so it was like part of the room or something, but my logic was that he like bought it at a gift store or something. That's why I was... Huh? It's a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. He's like, oh shit. But it was not premeditated. Yes, it's very true. It's a very big... I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. Oh, I think whether the crime is premeditated or not has already been determined. I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't... Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corrida's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. He made a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? Please, the court. I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt, on guard. Oh, fuck. A single knife. Damn. To kill, of course. I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There was quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of Your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Oh shit, because... I don't know, do we? I mean... Yeah, the whole scandal and to get her involved. I don't want to get her involved, but if she's the bad guy, then she's the bad guy. However, I'm giving you one chance. So I'll try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. Oh shit. Guitar case. I'm still with the... I mean, with the blood thing, I'm still kind of convinced of that. But I think they want us to connect it to Celeste. So I'll do that. Uh-oh. Let me make sure this isn't like... Yeah, okay, never mind. Let me hit no, not right now. But if I say Yeah. Which means this court is adjourned. Lose his case if you appear, so you better show the judge something quick. Slow down. We all know I have a tendency to be wrong more than I can't even say it. Swan. Oh. Okay. Fuck. I see you there. You wanna give a recommendation? The wine glass? No. What do we got? Oh, the motive. Psst, it's a good freeze frame. Really? This better not be a fuck you, present wrong evidence, die, and then, like, you're supposed to present wrong evidence. No, no, let me go back. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Send to the court immediately to be held pending trial at higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Damn, we died. Maya died. The end. I wish instead of going to the title screen, you just, like, got, like, an actual bad ending. Okay, well then I guess we're just presenting everything because I have nothing. Should we do profiles? Maybe we could do a profile. Maybe we could present Adrian. Man, okay. Guitar? Glass. Oh, shit. The scene is a mess because the victim struggled against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup was all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that was sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. I don't see why that's such a big deal. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you have to say? Oh, yes, this is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Redforth, what is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion, because there's no special meaning to that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. The person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she shut the glass down without thinking. That doesn't sound very plausible. Mr. Wright? I mean, yeah, it's possible. But I'm gonna say there's no way. Turn the Toronto's head yet again, as usual. Say anything else, I have evidence to support it. Oh man. For fingerprints. And it was Miss Andrews. Would have been nice to know. I will show you the answer I've come to discover. You still haven't told me what the answer is. Enter my verdict. Oh, but no, he's cocky. Oh no. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Yeah. Gotcha. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything, even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Oof. Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. True what they said, that youth are all hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me, I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm interested in a real man, Juan Corrida. But those two are the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Pace around the hallway in front of his room. Something I was interested in finding out, you know? So the job I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. If someone showed up, it's the man coming out of poor Juan's room. Seeing his way out of Juan's room. You know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. Oh, she just switched to the helmet immediately. No idea, I despise gossip, Your Honor. Let's have it appended to her testimony later. have no idea. I wasn't born, so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. It was on God. Oh, fuck, I forgot to press that. Hold it. Hold what? Beautiful Astro, I should delve into this a bit further. Oh shit. About the man's clothes in more detail. But it does. Mom? Was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. Why do you think you're always wearing that racing jacket? 10/2. Remember nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Huh. Men. It was very important. Oh no. Find out what part of that testimony was important. Your Honor, I request what the witness said about that jacket be appended to her testimony. That's not true. He said he was gonna wear his samurai costume. He told us that. Okay. Do we have proof of that though? I want to try something. Nope, damn it. Okay. I have an idea. No, okay, never mind. Bit of a stretch. We need to prove that because he should have been in his Nickel Samurai costume at this point. I think. Colin, you're giving me the answers too soon. Let me bumble around for a few more minutes first. It's the button number. It's button number 2. How do you know it's number 2? It's fine. I don't care too much. This button proves beyond a shadow of doubt it was that rascal on guard. Witness? Now, it's me, and I do have an active imagination. Wait, his usual racing jacket? Ah, I'm so sorry. So that you judge people based on what they wear. Old bag moment. So in actuality, it was not Mr. Enguarde the man. Mr. Enguarde the Nickel Samurai. When you think about it, we wanted the same anyway. This old bag. This is a very important point we're talking about. Veggie do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. This is literally like case 3. And he didn't even know about the ceremony. He said that. I remember him saying that. You'd say he was inside that costume. This really does exist. No way no one else was inside it. I said so. What I say is the truth. Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and just stick to the facts. Right. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum. A dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what? You're not Judge Wagner, are you? So it'll make him stand out all the more. That's a good point, actually. Person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai. Okay. Okay, well, if you wore the costume... Got it. Fingerprint on the knife. Trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, it's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used for the murder, correct? You want this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That's exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? Whose car are we driving? Mr. Enguarde was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder. And it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped off previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while he was in costume with the Nickel Samurai, and at the time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He's probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. That's why he took his gloves off. The murder still did. So he only took the gloves off. What? Then I went to the victim's room. He had no intention of killing him. After this point, are there any problems with this thing? No, there are no problems. With that one part of the theory, there's okay. Okay. No. Okay, contradiction. It's a killer, if that's the case. I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the room without contempt. Hell if I know. Knife? No, wrong one. I wanted to... I mean, because we know he was set up, there's that. And because do we want to present the knife again? Knife. This was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that, which means that if my client was in fact the killer, he brought this knife with him when he went to Mr. Kurita. For you just said it yourself. At the time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Stares at the knife for 5 seconds. Hell if I know. Well, okay, listen. It feels weird using the knife so many times as evidence, but it's an important knife, I guess. Should be a glove marks left on the knife. I thought gloves didn't leave marks, but... Oh, that's his point. Frame. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. If that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Your witness! Looks like I've made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy-Poo? Did you or did you really not see the Nickel Samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but... Except Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV. They do anything about that now? Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. We're gonna have to save. Who? Oh, literally the only other person. Thus connecting her to the case and... So, this is... I see. Reading this article, if it could be such a good thing. Saying it's... Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Huh. Looks like you found me out. That's fine, I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. bad feeling about this. Uh-oh. Hey, blind guy, how you doing? Alright, time for juicy gossip. Forewarned by causing a huge scandal. Okay, but we know she's wrong. We hear long for spoiler reasons. I see. You should play these games. They're very good. Yeah, it's in my inventory, blind guy. Can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. Touche. Guardian Bill, any... I mean, probably not. It's probably, no, we probably need to present something. You're either damaging beams of my ray gun. We know that's wrong because it's in a tabloid. Call that proof. Looks more like a proof of spite towards the wit. What? 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 Fuck off. What? I want to try something. Present the tabloid here. I think we have to present something here. That has nothing to do with it, though. Okay, so I'll just eat shit and die. What are you gonna go to me for? So you can give that jagged heady baboon boy a message for me, please. Tell him that no matter what he does, he's only good at the only thing he's good at is failing. What she said, right? Or should I say baboon boy? Tss. Shut. Yeah, I thought it was the frickin' tabloid because that's like obviously other people knowing about it, but I don't know. Lotta knew about it. That's why she was there too. They probably ran into each other. Fuck, that means we gotta... Lotta's gonna be on the fucking witness stand. Why is this not correct? Was he gonna confess to it? I have to press and then press. I did press. Oh. Okay, and we did the tabloid, so... Lotta? The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outraged impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless? Ah, that's it. That's the note. Ah! No, you see, this is something completely different. It's my top secret list of groceries to buy. Then you're the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil On Guard, so she said so herself. On Guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Edgy Poo, you believe me, don't you? Yeah. I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. So it's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come to a supply. You should really come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? We're going to pile on more pressure. Eat shit and die, old lady. Nope. No, it ain't. Camera. Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me." Why? Why witness? God, this song's so good. Slime bag celebrity photographer extraordinaire. I think she needs to go to jail. This case. The defendant, however, he stated that on the murder he was still in his nickel samurai costume. No. That looks right. I think we can all agree there's something strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Debunk with a bunker buster. That's a good one. Ah, shit. The victim's room didn't have flowers, right? It had teddy bears. Hey. What? No! Ah, the music stopped, so I thought I was it. Right? Because the victim's room had all the bears around it. And this photo is saying... It's just saying it's in the hallway. They're not saying it's in the frickin'... Okay. Costume's a little big. Like someone short is wearing it. Direct the court's attention to this one area right here. His ankles? If you can see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What's the meaning of this? What if you would care to elaborate with the actual facts, that is? Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, what gave it away was they were talking about how short Adrian was. Yeah, he hasn't been too crazy. How's he gonna win his way out of this? I figured it would come to this. Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not Matt On Guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Man, I don't want to say it's her, but it's obviously her. She's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. On Guard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. On Guard that night. Means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with On Guard's fingerprints all over it. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? Just now. And the defendant for the crime. Ah. It's kind of bad for us. shit. Okay. Why did he hit his gavel twice? I abhor wasting such valuable time. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. Satisfactory development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. I would slave his way to sub-poening Mr. Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if I was a bit slow to catch on. What? Waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness. Edgeworth moment. Oh, that's badass. Damn, so the final case is good because it only has 1 day of investigation. Epic. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Because it has been 3 hours. But I will see you guys, and I'll see you next Monday for Maya Monday, but we'll have to do something else. This was fun. I enjoyed this case. Had a bit of a slow start, but then it just zoomed up, just like the last case. Yeah, I wanna finish this soon. I'm gonna stream this soon. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. See you next time.